ABC Truth and Lies special. I'm just wondering how many of you guys here tonight have viewed this program. I caught the end of it. I didn't watch it all, but I wanted to go live and talk to you guys about Jeffrey Epstein, the special on ABC News tonight. DutyRon, Retired NYPD Detective, just checking in. Today is National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day. So I want to say thank you to all of the men and women in law enforcement that are out there every day putting their lives on the line for all of us. Hello to Frog Push Eye on Weather, the first member to join, Trevor JP, Norma Thomas, Akisha Chapa, first. Actually, Trevor showed up as first in the chat, but it doesn't matter. It's good to see you here. You're one of the first. Shannon, thank you for coming in. Hello, Christine, Morgan M, Katie F, another member checking in. Thank you so much for joining. By a show of hands, how many people watched this ABC News special, Truth and Lies? Truth and Lies, the Jeffrey Epstein story. This is the after show. We're going to talk about it tonight. Meg Lowe, thank you for checking in. Welcome, welcome. Guys, I have my thin blue line shirt on here with the American flag, with the blue line representing the NYPD and all of our police agencies throughout America. Hello, Dawn, Paul Peck, Drywall. Great to see you. Thanks for joining, Paul. So much good to see all these great people in here. Canadian Witches, Christina Thomas, all of you guys checking in. Matty Boy Sully, another channel member. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for being a member. Tina's Vlog, great to see you. Guys, National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day. We give thanks and praise to all of our men and women, the guys and gals that lay their lives on the line for our protection, for our freedoms, for our safety. And I was proud to do the job of a police officer and a detective for over 20 years in the New York City Police Department. So I am now a civilian. I give thanks and praise to the boys and girls in blue that are out there putting their lives on the line for us. Michelle Vogel, great to see you. Thanks for joining. Miss Justice is in. It just ended. It ended at 11 p.m. Eastern time. It was on ABC, probably all syndicated all throughout America. ABC Channel 7 News. It was a special called Truth and Lies, Jeffrey Epstein. So there it is. I don't know if you guys could see it, but there it is. Epstein podcast, 2-hour ABC special. It was on tonight. I will have clips from that. And if you guys don't mind, please share it out onto your social. Put it out onto Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you got. Please put it out there. Jack's mom, thanks for joining. Michael B., great to see you. To me, that is every day. And if you look at my social media, Mike, I put a post on my Instagram. I'm going to show it now because it mirrors exactly what you just said. So here's my Instagram. Here's my post from today. And it says, thank you for your service and commitment to our community. National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day. And then in the comments, DutyRon says, on this day and every day, thank you to all the men and women, my brothers and sisters in blue, who put their lives on the line every day for us. So there is my statement. That's on my Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I post out to all three of those social medias. And this is my post for the day today. Gail B., great to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Paul Peck, Drywall. Everyone go check out Paul Peck. Joshua H. is in the building. Kim Francis is here. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Open Minds. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We have the U Police sign, courtesy of Matt Sully, right? It's part of the show. It's always there. And there's my NYPD, the greatest detectives in the world. That's also a part of the show. Bill 56 Blair, thank you so much for being in here. So, ladies and gents, by a show of hands, who, and I mean who, watched the ABC special on Jeffrey Epstein. Who watched the complete special, Truth and Lies, Jeffrey Epstein podcast? It was a 2-hour special. 2-hour special. And it really covered everything from soup to nuts, because I watched the overview of it. And the overview was just pretty extensive. It went from beginning to end, and it gave a pretty good synopsis and overview of all of the carnage that this guy, Jeffrey Epstein, and his cohorts, the co-conspirators, if you will. They talked about Ghislaine Maxwell. They talked about his ripping off of Wexner. A lot of people don't know that he stole $46 million from a lot of different people. So this guy, if you missed it, just go on to abcnews.com and you could watch the whole program. But I'm going to play a quick clip. It's not from the program. I'm going to play a quick clip from ABC News. It is the clip that actually promotes the show. So let's just watch that in the after show here. This is Jeffrey Epstein, Truth and Lies. So guys, just enjoy this. This is actually going to give you some good info on this. And while we're watching this, I'm going to share it out onto my social media. Hi, Kitty Bloom. Welcome into the broadcast. Lynn Kennedy, thank you for coming in. Guy and Jackie, great to have you. Annie Nickhart, thank you so much for being in here. Moon Shadow, thanks for joining. Katie, KT, thank you so much for coming in. Mary Bailey Gates says, I didn't get to see it. Let's look at an overview of it now.
First suicide attempt in jail. Federal prosecutors in an unrelated case now say jail officials inadvertently deleted surveillance video from the night of Epstein's first suicide attempt in July. When Epstein died in a second apparent suicide attempt the next month, the camera outside his cell did not work. And tonight here, we hear from the first alleged victim known to have reported Jeffrey Epstein to law enforcement 24 years ago. Here's ABC's chief national affairs correspondent, Tom Yamas, tonight.
I'm painting these beautiful survivors, these women.
Maria Farmer met Jeffrey Epstein and British socialite Ghislaine Maxwell in the mid-1990s when Epstein asked the 25-year-old art student to work for him.
Maria Farmer, in a lawsuit, alleges while she was working the front door at Epstein's townhouse, she started seeing things that concerned her involving Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell.
Ghislaine Maxwell would go out on these drives to procure models. She would say, these are the nubiles. I need the nubiles. That was her word. She would bring them to Jeffrey Epstein's mansion.
Farmer says Maxwell told her they were simply auditioning young girls for modeling jobs.
I knew something was wrong. I didn't know what was wrong.
According to her lawsuit, Farmer says her experience with Maxwell and Epstein took a dark turn when they sexually assaulted her.
I remember being in a lot of pain. I remember having some bruises. They didn't get my clothes off. They tried.
Maxwell has not responded to requests from ABC News for comment, but has previously denied allegations she enabled Epstein's abuse.
The way I'd been treated made it very clear to me there is something else going on.
Farmer says she was so alarmed that she reported Epstein and Maxwell to the FBI.
If the FBI had listened to me in 1996, there would have been no more victims.
The FBI declined to comment for this report. You'll learn in our 2-hour special, the FBI came back around 10 years later and asked Maria Farmer about Epstein. Tonight, Maria shares more of her story, and you'll also meet her younger sister, who says at 16 years old, she too was victimized by Jeffrey Epstein. As for Ghislaine Maxwell, sources tell ABC News she's currently under investigation by federal authorities.
Terrible, right? Terrible situation. It is difficult to see the victims, the impact that this disgusting human being had on so many young children. He basically took their childhood and youth away from them through his sexual appetite for children. And this pedophile, like I said in a lot of my previous videos, I don't shed a tear one bit over his suicide or murder, whatever you want to call it. it's in my eyes, it's just one less subhuman walking the face of the earth. So, that was just a quick overview. I'm going to let the rest of this play.
David.
All right, Tom, thank you. And as Tom just mentioned here, this years-long investigation airs tonight. Truth and Lies, Jeffrey Epstein.
So that's it right there. Truth and Lies, Jeffrey Epstein. So that might be something that you might want to look into watching if you want to, get pretty much everything Epstein. You might want to go and watch that. Here's
new
another
information tonight in the death of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein that's sure to add fuel to the conspiracy theories. Federal prosecutors say surveillance video from Epstein's suicide attempt less than 3 weeks before he was found dead in his cell was destroyed. The feds say the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Lower Manhattan inadvertently preserved video from outside the wrong cell. What's more, prosecutors say because of technical errors, a backup system for the video wasn't working either. The lore of singer Justin Timberlake and Bruno Mars is at the center.
I am back. Hello, Darry D. Great to see you, KDF. I had the screen black for a reason. I just wanted you guys to hear the audio. I know that the audio was coming through because I had my little mic in my little speaker in my ear. Spirit Box Paranormal. Thanks for joining. Good to see everybody. So this is the after show for Jeffrey Epstein. I just wanted to get a little bit of feedback from you guys on Truth and Lies, the Jeffrey Epstein podcast, which was a 2 hour long special on ABC tonight. So we are also celebrating. Today was National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day. So those are another two items on the agenda to talk about here tonight. And I appreciate each and every one of you is coming on in. Laura Lee, great to see you. All the way from the UK, from across the pond. Thank you so much for joining, Laura Lee. Great channel over there. Lisa1111, another channel member. Thank you so much for being in here. Guys, if you're new, hit the subscribe button, hit your notification bell. So this way, anytime DutyRon goes live, you're going to get your notifications. And thank you to Joshua H. for putting together all of the graphics on this broadcast and every broadcast I do. Hello, Lonnie Gore. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you being in here. This is a very twisted web of hiccups by law enforcement on all levels, and I'm the first to admit to that. This Jeffrey Epstein case, many people have dropped the ball on this, including the state, local, and federal authorities. FBI had many chances to hook, line, and sink this guy and put him behind bars many years ago. And it just so happens that the New York office of the FBI in July of 2019 scooped Jeffrey Epstein up when he came back from the UK, coincidentally, the UK. He came back from the UK on his private jet in Teterboro, at Teterboro Airport, and he was scooped up. Unbeknownst to him, he had no idea that he was being arrested for trafficking of underage children, sex trafficking charges. Sex trafficking of children, there's no statute of limitations. So as the decade or 2 decades have passed, there was no statute of limitation on federal charges being brought forward by the premier FBI office, Southern District. And that's what got the whole ball rolling. You can watch it on ABC News. Just all you have to do, guys, is go to ABC. Hold on. I had it up on my phone. Okay. You just go to abc.go. Hold on. Let me get it right here. I just had it up on the screen, but I changed it. Where is it? just go to abc.com. And then when you go to ABC, you'll see it'll be in there. So, again, we're looking at a lot of information packed in a 2-hour special. A lot of the information, however, what I saw is a lot of the information we've already spoken about here. The media has spoken about it. I've given you my speculations on, what I feel is, involved in this case, what I feel hasn't been done about it. I have no qualms about Jeffrey Epstein not being alive to tell his lies. He was never going to give the truth. He was going to give other people up to save himself. But we weren't going to get the truth out of him. The truth is all in the logs. The truth is all in the people who will give testimony. Now that he's not here, there's still a lot of scared people. The victims is what this case now becomes all about. It becomes all about the victims, having them compensated and letting them tell their story. I feel strongly about that. I feel strongly about the victims being able to get their story out and let the public know what kind of a monster Jeffrey Epstein was and what he did to them over the course of time and how he manipulated them and promised them citizenship here in the United States, modeling careers. He set up his own modeling agency. He had his own housing for these young girls where he kept them at his beck and call, where Ghislaine Maxwell and the rest of his staff could just dial up all of these young girls and bring them to him they were at his beck and call. And it's disgusting. So, Lola Torres, do we know anything about the tape of the first attempt? Shouldn't they have that video as well? Nothing new has come about that, but there definitely should be footage, not per se inside the cell, but outside the cell. And, I don't have the answers to everything. If I had the answers to everything, then we wouldn't have questions, right? I don't know if they have video from the first attempt, but all I do know is that, hello, Alex Daly. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. All I do know is that he was quickly taken off of suicide watch. Now, I know the jail system. I know the federal system. I know Manhattan correctional facility where I've been in there many, many a times. And I know this is that they're not quick. Island girls can cook. Thank you so much for joining. I know this for sure. When somebody is on suicide watch in a prison system, whether it's state, local, federal, they're not quick to just put that person back off of suicide watch. And in this case, he was put back fast. And not only was he put back fast, but he was put back with no prison cellmate. He was put in his cell solo. Now, Karen, thanks for joining. Thank you, Louis Fuller. Thank you so much, Louis Fuller. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I believe you are from the Philippines. Correct me if I'm wrong, but welcome into all my friends from the Philippines. Guys, if you're new, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything with DutyRon. And if you want to follow me on all social media, there it is right there, at DutyRon, all one word, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, everything. I even signed up for TikTok. Don't tell anybody, but I signed up for TikTok. I don't put any videos out on TikTok, but I signed up for it because some of the videos are funny and I like watching funny, stupid little videos. So I have a TikTok, DutyRon. Don't follow me there because I don't put out anything. So here's the flag, the thin blue line. Welcome into Red Lotus and all my good friends. John S says, guess who did not kill himself? Hold on. Let me find it, John. Hold on, John. Where's that paper? Here it is. It's right here. Jeffrey Epstein. Holy shit. Good job, John. Melody, good to see you. Thanks for joining, guys. National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day. We give thanks and praise to our active men and women of law enforcement, putting their lives on the line for our freedoms, for our safety, day in and day out. Josh, don't tell anybody about the TikTok. Day in and day out, we give thanks and praise to our men and women in law enforcement. So thank you to anybody who is active or has served like I have in the police department. We thank you. And today and every day, we give thanks and praise to those guys and gals. ASMR again about the TikTok. Jack's mom, I know who you are. Anyways, no more ASMR. I'd have to start like tapping. Where is Paper Angel ASMR when we need her, right? Where's our ASMR queen, Paper Angel ASMR? Joshua H says, Ron, I like your merch you wear. This is not my merch, but I'll take credit for it. This is from 9 Line Apparel. 9 Line, where the hell is it? Right there. 9 Line Apparel. This is actually a tactical hooded sweatshirt. There's a pocket on this. There's pockets in the front, and there's a cutout for the firearm so I can get to my firearm in my waistband. So if I wear my Glock 19 in my waist, in the front, in my waistband, I can access it right straight through the front pockets. So this is a tactical hoodie. It's got Velcro here. It's got Velcro here for if you put a security patch or a police patch on here. It's got a pocket up here, a zipped pocket where you can put a pen and a memo book, like a memo pad. So this is like a tactical hoodie. This is not for this is not for the amateur. This is for a professional. This hoodie. It's nice and warm. It's got a hood. The inside is lined. It's nice. It's nice. It's nice and fresh. Welcome in from Arlington, Texas. All right, Lewis, I apologize. Why did I think there was a Philippines connection? I don't know. Open Minds, thank you so much for being in here. Dari D, all my moderators, all of the people who support me through Patreon, through channel memberships, through Super Chat, through PayPal donations. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate that. And a lot of the donations and a lot of things that come into me, I pay it forward to people who are less fortunate than I. So a lot of my Super Chat and donations that I get, I had a good friend of mine from Periscope recently. She had a motorcycle ram into her house and damage her house. The person who was riding the motorcycle ran off. It was stolen, and there was no way that she could recoup damages from that individual. She had to go through her homeowners, and they didn't cover it. So she started a Patreon to help fix those damages, and I sent a donation to her and a couple other people here during the holidays who run into hard times. I pay that. I pay the Super Chat, and a lot of the monies that I get forward, and then some of it I take and I buy Yeti microphones, Yeti X microphone. So I try to enhance the broadcast for you guys. I get a professional webcam, and I bought this laptop. So I thank you guys for all of the contributions that you make. I try to put it into the channel, and then I try to also pay it forward. You know, paying it forward is big time for me. I've been doing it my whole life, and I was doing it on Periscope as well when I was full-time broadcasting over there. Now I came over to YouTube. Guess what, guys? January 22nd, I'll check my PayPal, DutyRon. I'll check it again. Check it. Keep checking. What the hell is it? Completely forgot. Thanks for screwing up my train of thought, Meglo. God darn it. Gosh darn it. Yeah, when I was full-time on Periscope, I really enjoyed the Super Hearts and donations that I got over there. And I used to every month pay it forward on Super Hearts with Periscope on Twitter. And I still do broadcast over there. Thamer, welcome in. Thanks for joining. So, guys, I'm going to keep this to 30 minutes. So we got another 5 minutes here. How many of you guys be looking for you to do some TikTok dances? There you go, John S. Thank you. Hey, Ron, I appreciate your communication on Twitter. Keep up the entertaining live stream, says Hit Your Shots. Thank you so much. And thank you for coming on back. I appreciate you being in here. Listen, part of this live streaming experience is the interaction. We all want interaction because just like you guys here in the chat, I become a watcher. Thamer, good to see you. Addie's mom, thanks for joining. Hello, Ann Nycart. Thank you so much for being here. We want interaction. And if we were to go to a live stream and the person that was conducting the live stream, being myself, was to ignore all the chat, then there wouldn't be a lot of people around. Desiree Lucas, there she is, my bikini model from down in Texas. That's a bikini model out of Texas. Everyone go follow Desiree Lucas. Lola Torres, thank you so much for joining. Once Upon a Crime, good to see you. Howdy. There's another great channel to go check out, Once Upon a Crime. She's a super mom. She is a super crime fighter. She's always looking for justice. So go check out her channel. So what I'm saying is if the broadcaster doesn't give interaction and ignores the chats, I don't think a lot of people would hang around because what's in it for everybody if you're not getting an interaction? Red Lotus, Sophia Howard, Meg Lowe, Betty Barclay, thank you so much for being in here. Take care. Good to see you, Betty. Good night. I'm going to bed soon. 5 more minutes, not even 3 more minutes, and I'm going to wrap. Soul for Music 79, great to see you. You're late to the party. You're late to the show. Thank you for posting the P.O. Box. So, again, this Jeffrey Epstein special, I thought it was pretty informative. I didn't think that they gave anything additional. I think they went over the case with what information is available. Basically, they said Ghislaine Maxwell, whatever, however you want to say, I call her Madam Maxwell. She's still at large and not in custody. It's become a community, DutyRon. It's become a community, the DutyRon chat. There you go, Lola. I like that. It sounds cool. Thank you, Devin, for thanking me for my service. I appreciate that. So Ghislaine Maxwell, Madam Maxwell, as I like to refer to her, she's at large. She's running around. She is a menace to society, no matter where she lives. Thank you, Josh. Ron is a pro. He also works hard to improve. I do my best, and you know that because you helped me. Kathy from Texas, great to see you. I hope the mic is not too loud. I'm doing a little self-monitoring to make sure it's not over-modulating, guys. But Ghislaine Maxwell, she is a filthy, dirty animal. And I'm listen, call me what you want. That's my opinion as a professional law enforcement. It might not sound professional hearing me say that, but she's a filthy, dirty animal because what she did is she was like a madam. She procured, and Paul Peck Drywall and all the men in here will completely agree with me on this, and the ladies too. She completely acted like his madam, and she recruited young underage girls knowingly. She knowingly recruited underage children and brought them to Jeffrey Epstein. She procured these women, these kids, brought these kids to Jeffrey Epstein knowingly for his sexual gratification. As a matter of fact, and listen, if you're of the faint-hearted or if you get offended easy, cover your ears, put the earmuffs on, go out of the chat. But Ghislaine Maxwell, Madam Maxwell, even went as far as teaching these young children, girls 13, young as 12 years old, 12, 13, 14, 15, how to give a blowjob. the right way, the way that he liked it. And that to me is despicable. It's despicable. When I read that story, and I gave you guys the disclaimer, when I heard that, my blood boiled, because she was doing that on a regular basis, and there was people who knew about it that worked. This was a compound. Jeffrey Epstein's homes weren't a home like this. This is like a dollhouse compared to what he's living in. So there's a staff of 50 to 100 people. You can't tell me that those people inside that house, there's the Perry wife, Desiree Lucas. You can't tell me that the people in that house and his employees did not have any knowledge of what was going on. That's bullshit. So when I read and looked into this case and did my own investigation, I say this to myself: why isn't she hogtied and handcuffed and shackled and brought in? Whether she's detained by the UK authorities where she lives and held for the FBI, there's a reason why this woman is in hiding and nobody knows where she is. Why do you think Madam Maxwell is on the run? Why do you think she's hiding? Because she's fucking guilty of these pitiful, disgusting crimes. She's just as worse, if not, she's just as bad, if not worse, than Jeffrey Epstein. Nightcrawler, thank you for your opinions and your thoughts on this case. Nightcrawler Media says Epstein killed himself and deleted the tapes in the jail. You believe that? I got some flood land in Florida for you. Really a good price. So, as a professional law enforcement retired detective from the NYPD, I got to tell you this, guys. To have a homicide confirmed, you need a body, you need somebody dead, and you need a perpetrator. There was nobody inside the cell with Jeffrey Epstein, and there's nobody that came or went out of that cell. Granted, the guards fell asleep, but the cameras, one of the cameras wasn't working, but the other camera, subsequently now the FBI has that in their custody, and confirmed by the FBI, confirmed by the feds, there was no exit or entrance into his cell during the whole course of the night of his demise. Sophia Howard, welcome in. Addie's mom, I know I already said hello to you. Catherine Clapman from Australia, put another prawn on the Barbie. I hope things are starting to calm down in Australia. I know it's still, things are up in the air there, and it's not good with the fires, with the wildlife. 480 million animals perished, over 25 casualties of human life. So, Open Minds, that's funny. She says, Open Minds says she probably had a sex change by now. I have some air to sell. There you go. All right, guys. All my Australia, all my Aussies, I send a lot of prayers and love and positive vibes to all the great Australian folks in the chat that may be watching the replay, and all of my good friends. I got Darren, the dog walker guy. We got Bridget Parker and so many wonderful people in the chat from Australia. For those of you who are from Australia, please give a shout out to yourself, and we'll give prayers for the fires to get under control, and for you guys to try to get back to a sense of normalcy there in Australia. I'm already 4 minutes over my 30 minutes, guys, so I got to wrap it up. Again, if you're new, if you're brand new and you've never stumbled across this channel, and I don't know how that's possible, but anything's possible. If you're new, let me know you're watching, city, state, or country, so we could give you a warm welcome, and everybody here can give you a good, warm DutyRon welcome. Australia strong. There you go, Matty boy. I love it. I love it. Australia strong. So it looks like we all have returning folks. Wheezy Lee, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Karen, good night. Lola Torres says, good night, DutyRon, and thank you for your service. Guy and Jackie, prayers for Australia. Drax mom, love to Australia. Lots of emojis on the prayers. Meg Lowe, Red Lotus. Thank you again to my moderators, to each and every one of you. Guys, I know there's a lot of options for all of us to go watch. So when I go live and speak to you guys about sensitive topics like this, I appreciate you guys coming on in. I know it's not a lot of, I would rather be going live about good peace and positivity type stuff, but unfortunately I'm here to report to you the news and some of the things that go on in the crime community. And when you have the word crime involved in anything, it's most of the time not going to end good, but we always look for a silver lining in all of these cases. We always look for one common denominator, and that is to bring evil to justice. And that's what our law enforcement and all of the people who work behind the scenes, the prosecutor's office, the district attorneys, they're all lawyers, they're all attorneys. We all go and look for bringing evil to justice and prosecuting and bringing the bad guys and the bad gals to jail. So that's the silver lining. That's the positive part of crime cases, is that we look to get justice. We look to put the bad people and the criminals in jail. And that's what we live for. And that's what we do. So guys, I'm going to wish you guys all a good evening. Thank you to Paul Peck Drywall, Joshua H., Joey Brooklyn, even though he's not here, go follow him. Black Rose, all of my moderators, Katie, Lisa, Boxing MMA, all the way from Ireland, checking in. My channel membership is booming, guys. I'm shocked and I'm honored how many people are members. There's 41 people as of now, members on this channel, and I appreciate each and every one of you. I've created a Facebook page just for VIP members only. I have members only chat comments in my comment section on this page. I'm trying to provide, Dari D, thank you for being in here. I'm trying to provide the best value that I can for you guys on the memberships. And thank you to each and every one of you who becomes a member of the DutyRon family. I tell you this, I take it very, very serious, and I take it really, really with a personal touch. So thank you so much to you guys. I'm going to wish you guys much love and respect. TGIF. It's fucking Friday tomorrow. TGIF. You got to love it. Friday, everybody. Make it your day. Have a great weekend, and I will talk to you on the next one. Love and respect from my house to yours. Thank you, guys. Good night from New York City. Peace.